Good morning, travelers and carpenters. We're making a little adjustment on these stairs. Now this top deck here, you can see the ends of those boards are pretty ugly. We've got a solution for that. Excuse me. I've got the board cut over here, and it's going to be placed after I cut these ends off. It's going to sit about an 1/8 inch over this face. Can you see that? Excuse me. So this board here, this long one, is going to be nailed across the top here and take the place of all these ends. We'll cut it back here. I've got a line back here. We'll take these out. I've already checked. We just have one support on the end here, and I may have to add a support back here for this board so it doesn't wobble. It'll be mounted here. It'll be mounted here and back here. So after I pull this out, after I pull all this out, I may have to add 2x4 on this back side to keep this board from rocking. And also for these boards, we'll now need something to mount to since I've cut them off. Now, a little lesson in stair building. You see this last little step from here to here. Wrong, 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 wrong. This should be a full step down or come out. And the formula on stairs is generally 7-11. Excuse me. You want a 7-inch rise and 11-inch tread. And these are 6.5, 6 3/8. This one's 6. Excuse me. This one's 6. 6 1/4. So, hate to bag on the previous guy, but he didn't set the stairs right. Your first thing on stairs is you want this top piece, this top level here, to be nice and level. And you also would like to have the bottom down here nice and level. If you start with those two things, you have the battle. I don't know what this concrete is doing, but anyways, a nice level spot at the bottom and a nice level top. Then you can do your calculations. It's a 7-11 is the common stair configuration when you're building stairs. You want that consistency all the way up, because when you come up to stairs, you kind of go on automatic. Your feet and your brain tell you that this is all automatic. They're all going to be equal. And as you run up the stairs, your body, your legs, they automatically adjust to that. So that if you had a 6-inch rise here and then an 8-inch rise there and back to 6, that's going to trip you up. That one that's off is going to trip you up. They all have to be equal as you go up. Not so much the tread. Now these treads do want to be level. So when you're building your stringer, which is the support, this has 3 stringers. You can tell by the screws. There's going to be a stringer on the end. On both ends there'll be a stringer, and this one has one in the center. Those all three need to be equal, except any correction that you do on your stairs is going to be down at the bottom. So this little 2.5 inch correction should not be at the top. It should be down here at the bottom. After you do your ciphering and calculations, any correction on your stairs should be this first step. It should be 7 inches, but if you can't make it, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 5. But the correction is done here, and the rest of them going up should all be equal. 7/11. I think some of these are, of course, you got a kickboard here taking up some of that space, but these are running 10.5, 10.5, 10.5. They're pretty equal tread wise. I like them 11/7, and we're not going to correct it because you'd have to pull the stairs down. So all I'm doing now is going to cut out these end pieces, see what's going on underneath, add another support that's going to support this board and the new board, and it'll give you a much cleaner look. See if I cut those open and pause this for a second. Now, as I suspected, I cut out that first piece there with the Sawzall, and there's no support back here. Just this one is taking the weight of these long boards as they go across the deck. So I'll add a 2x4, squish it up under here so it catches this one and my new board, which is going to sit like this, and replace all this ugliness here. You need the Sawzall to come away from this post far enough so that my skill saw can get in there and cut the rest of it, and we'll do that. All right, we got those cut. You see down there? These deck boards were put in with some screws, and they're pretty messed up. So what you can do is come up next to the screw and take the chisel beak, break that loose. Well, pretty bad. Yikes. Now you can take a hammer and beat that back and forth. Screws are pretty tough, or you can take a pair of channel locks and just unscrew them. See if we can do that. There we go. Or if you have a sawzall blade that you want to tear up, you come in through this way and cut those screws. The screws are pretty tough and they'll tear up a blade pretty quick. So I like to just get rid of the wood, get these out of the way. And just unscrew them with some pliers. Yikes. Like I said, we may add an extra one here, a 2x4 going this way up against this, and one over here. Since this is looking pretty rotten, we'll give a fresh one here and one over here that'll catch this side and this side. Back in a minute. Okay, that's what we're going for. That's not screwed down yet, but you get the idea. We'll add some supports. We have to add some screws on each one of these boards into support. And, you know, every 8 inches or something, put a couple screws. Sand it, paint it. But that's going to look a lot better than those end grains. Okay, stair correction almost done. See you on the next one.